right, we're back
You're
with
gonna get
West.
the
We read the rest of the book. Um, what was it? 32 to the end. 33 to the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Between
I
the
honestly
end.
don't remember.
So Donald's dead. His sister's alive. Forgot her name. Um,
Charlotte.
Do we know for sure Donald's dead?
for a
Yeah, you
fact,
blew up
Donald's
one.
dead. Um, bunch of people died in 18. Thurman
A
was
lot of people died in
alive.
18.
18 basically.
18 is
Lucas died.
gone.
I was
Lucas is
so upset.
dead. So
Yeah,
let's just
Lucas is
start from the
dead.
down.
Senseless.
We're probably gonna skip a bunch of it because we just miss it or forget to mention it. Lucas boy is dead. Juliet fucking loves the stars now. Just to
Who sacrificed himself to like close the tunnel?
Oh,
Because originally Juliet was gonna do it, right?
one of the mechanics, yeah, that she was close with. Shirley.
Was it? Yeah, sure. I think it was
yeah,
Shirley.
she blew it up.
Yeah. She was
Yeah,
pissed
because
at Juliet.
it was only rigged to detonate from one end, which was 18
They
side.
close them off.
And
Yeah.
then Donald, not Donald, the guy that was with Charlotte, who they put a bin into like the elevator for the drones, and then they started going blasting because Charlotte kept pressing the call button and send Donald back up. And then the elevator
Yeah.
went to that level because of her. Her
Mhm.
fault again, and then he
Whoops.
pulled it out to like save himself or to save her instead, and then he's like, I remember who I was, and then just
Yeah, he's like, I remember who
Yeah.
I am now.
yeah. So Donald got caught by Thurman. They didn't find Charlotte. Charlotte watched Donald get his ass beat.
Thurman pulled the plug on 18
Yeah.
and it gassed them, which I was telling Joseph about this earlier, but Anna had actually saved 17 by releasing the nanobots. And that's why Jimmy and the kids survived for so long from the gassing. But that's why the majority of 18 died, because there were no nanobots released.
Yeah, and that's why when the Juliet's dad, I always forget his name,
I don't know.
showed up, when he was on the other side of 17 and he saw the bodies, he's like, it looks like these bodies have only been dead for 3 weeks, which
Yeah,
isn't the
like,
case at all. They've been dead for a lot longer.
Yeah, Juliet's just like, well, how far gone should they be? He's like, it should be bones by now.
Mhm.
He's like, they're not.
It's Darcy. It's
Darcy.
Charlotte was with Darcy.
Well, and then it's like the kids and Donald when they went over, not Donald, Solo Jimmy went over to 18, and then Juliet's dad checked on them. They're like, all these kids are perfectly healthy. How are they all perfectly healthy?
Yeah.
And then one of the twins fucking died. He got
Yeah, that was
yeeted
crazy
off.
too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeet.
Kobe.
Bye, Marcus.
That's his
Uh,
name, Marcus. I guess his name doesn't matter anymore. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. I
I
wonder,
feel like there's a
I
lot
wonder
of
if he died
senseless
the fat
death.
twin or not.
Oh my god. Shut
We'll never
up.
Yeah, I guess we'll never
I
know.
guess he killed the mystery if her twins or not.
I'm pretty sure it's been brought
You
up.
guys are twins?
No, we're
Crazy.
sisters.
Yeah, we're sisters.
People ask if we're twins now. My immediate response is, no, we're sisters.
Sisters, not twins.
Some people don't like that response, but
That's fine.
Mm.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Donald pretty much. Donald's a bitch. Cried the whole way through, and then he realized he was wrong, and the whole time he's just like, "Oh, I'm sad. I killed Anna now, and why did I kill Anna?"
Anima's my girl.
Thurman had
Bro.
the nanobots in him when he used to do like the nanobot sessions in that room before everything went down. So whenever Donald killed him in his freeze cell, he
Oh, it repaired.
he pretty much didn't die.
I did not
He
know
killed
that.
Donald Donald killed Thurman and Anna. But apparently
Right.
he didn't have no
I thought
nanobots.
Thurman was dead, but I think it was different because he like strangled Anna, right? And he just shot Thurman once in the stomach.
remember how he killed.
Yeah, he shot Thurman. I don't exactly remember how.
I'm pretty sure he strangled her
Probably, yeah.
because he was like real pissed.
I'm surprised he didn't wake her up first and like.
He
figure out,
did.
like-
He did.
And she was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hello. And then he
He's
just
like-
in a blind rage, he kills her.
Yeah, trying to explain it, what happened and stuff, and she just like, no.
I don't want to hear it.
She didn't have nanobots, so she didn't come back to life.
I thought they all had the nanobots.
They all had nanobots, but she was like dead.
When they're
like,
under,
strangled.
when they're put under, they give you nanobots. Like that has nanobots in there.
Well, apparently not for her. Unless you never
Well,
put
she-
them back to freeze.
I mean, some things are hard to come back from.
Yeah.
Either way, she's dead. That whole silo one's blown up. They're gone.
Because
But
I mean,
Charlotte,
if you
Charlotte
get
and-
shot in the head, right? I don't think the nanobots can repair your brain, but like,
You're not gonna come back
You're
from
not
that,
coming
yeah.
back from that.
Mhm. You can't repair the brain damage.
You can, but that doesn't mean they're gonna wake up ever again. They're pretty
That's
past.
true. Yeah.
Because that's why those bodies look like they're only 3 weeks old because they've been so well
That's true.
preserved.
Good point.
And then Donald went down with the bomb, with the hammer.
And Darcy and Charlotte were flying the drones and found an end to their desolate world.
Oh yeah, and it turned out that
Which is
drone was
insane.
pointing somewhere.
Wild. The whole time.
A dog,
Yeah,
the
coulda guessed.
tractors and like all 50 silos were pointing to one direction.
So apparently it was like one big experiment and they only planned on letting one silo survive because they were
Yeah.
supposed to be the best of the best of humanity, and then they were going to go back and repopulate the earth.
And then the lottery wasn't luck.
It was rigged.
Everything.
Yeah, the
The
lottery.
genetics.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's based on who has the best genetics.
Yeah. And yeah, so 17 ends up engineering all of their suits for a trek out to the green patch.
That
And
they're not 100% sure is there.
Yeah.
Then they meet up with Charlotte.
No,
Mhm.
Charlotte meets up with them because they got there first.
Yeah, they did get there
Gilead's group
first.
got there first.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. They met up, all right, dude? The meeting has been met, all right?
They weren't planning on meeting up, so you just kind of showed up. It's like when you weren't invited to the pizza party, you just show up.
Oh, I know which direction is green grass and blue skies. Let me just head this direction. She was
I thought
obviously
there
going to
was-
go that way.
There was
She's the
some
one
radio
who, she's
contact,
the one
wasn't there?
who. Yeah, they spoke on the phone, but like that meant like in person they met. Yeah. So like she's the one who knows the direction. Why isn't she going to go that way? It's obvious that they're going to meet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that go? It was positive, right? They were like,
The ending.
"Oh, we knew."
She's like,
Donald-
"I
the
showed
ending
you
was so
ill-
bad."
Ill will towards this person. Blah blah blah. Would you please come with us?
And then
And
Juliet's
she's like, "Oh my
looking at
god,
the
yes!"
stars. It's like, Lucas, my love.
I was hoping that everyone was just gonna be dead. I was just like, I hope there's nothing out there.
I
Yeah,
mean,
dust
we
means
go
nothing.
so far and establish that there's nothing.
What happened
out
with the
there.
other silos?
Yeah, like 40. They kept talking about 40. I thought we were going to get 40. We never got 40.
We just talked about 40 a lot.
Yeah,
Nothing.
Nothing about 40.
there was no point.
Did they not go and be like, knock on the doors, be like, "Hey guys"?
I feel like he just got bored of writing the plot and was like, and then they found an oasis. Yeah,
Because this book was super short compared to the others. I finally don't have the other
It
two
was
on my-
rushed.
above my desk, but
they're on the bookshelf. They're done with.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
I didn't even buy the last
it was
one.
super short. I guess like he kind of knew that people were getting the reviews from 2, so he's like, "Fuck you guys."
I did actually give the last one 2 stars because it was more interesting than the second one, thankfully, and the plot was quicker.
What did you
but it's
give
still
the second one?
a 1 star? It was so bad. I hated it.
I just felt like it's
Yeah.
slower to read that book. I personally would recommend the first book.
That's it. Just stop.
And you can Go Dust, maybe.
Just get to
mean-
Dust. You kind of need the in between, though. That's the thing.
Not really.
Pick up keywords.
That's true.
They talk about the shit they're
They
talking
do.
about. Shift and Dust.
They talk. Yeah, it's all
They
referred.
do.
Shift should have been. Dust should have been Shift, and then Shift should have been the ending, but like better, made it written better.
I think you're
How-
saying like shift wasn't necessary, and
Shift
I agree
should
with
have
that
been, like,
statement.
This book, this much.
It could have been 2 books, and Shift and Dust could have been combined, and half of Shift could have been cut out.
I could
So
see
half
that.
a Shift and half a Dust. Second book done.
Okay.
That's the end of it. You don't get a trilogy. Unless it was probably the book deal that they had for publishing.
Probably. Hmm.
So he's like 3 books. He's like, all right, try a trilogy. But yeah, it's Shift.
was
Half a
like
Shift.
Drag.
Yeah, so half a
It's so
Shift
bad.
could have been cut out, and then Dust could have been easily replaced since it's short. Replace the stuff that was cut out of Shift, and then there's your second book.
It's just so sad to have such a strong opener and then to have it just peter out so hard, so fast.
Well, usually it's the
It's
other
just-
way around. The
I
opening
mean-
sucks and then the ending finished strong, which
Which is, like-
preferred in this sense.
Right.
I mean, for the Locked Tomb series, Gideon I felt really strong, and then Harrow was like a struggle to read, but it still pays off in the end of Harrow.
It
So
makes
you're
sense
still,
for Harrow. It's
yeah, and you're
intentional.
still excited to read. Yeah, it's all intentional, and you're still excited to read the next book. And I think apparently Electo was announced for release date allegedly.
I'm running to Google.
Yeah, dude, Google it real
Wait,
quick.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, but that's Dust.
We're
Anyways,
just gonna keep it short and sweet. Dust.
it was overall. It was over. I mean,
What would you rate it, James? What would you rate it?
I
Out of 5.
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. I'll give it a 2 out of 5.
Two. I have 2 as well.
I'm gonna go 1. No, for that actually no.
For Dust?
I'm just gonna agree with the majority. Go with 2.
You can stick with your 1, that's fine.
I would much rather read Dust again over Shift.
Agreed.
So
It was better than Shift, but definitely worse than the first
going
one.
over to this book, The Games Gods Read.
It probably would have been really nice if you actually had the
Yeah,
book
but
cover.
already
I got it,
started
I got it.
The book condom.
Yeah, I don't like the condom.
The book
So,
condom.
this
Well,
is-
yeah, when you read it, you take it off.
Yeah,
It'll
Except
leave it
I
on when
can't.
you're reading.
left hers,
Why?
so-
Why
because
can't
it's
you
the
take it off?
library's copy. It's taped on.
That makes sense.
Well, because it protects it too. It's a condom.
Well, yeah, because people are assholes.
Yeah, people are hustle. I agree.
And shit happens. There's that too.
About Greek gods, there's romance and a bunch of other stuff, but we'll figure it out as we go. Cool.
We're reading chapters 1 through 15 to start.
Yeah, we're gonna probably do one bit more parts on that one, just so unless it sucks, and then we're gonna probably speed it up. But
Yep.
What do we want to give since this is the last video for the whole series of Dust or the Silo series? What do we want to give it as an overall rating? Joseph, you want to start as overall our own individual overall rating of the whole trilogy of the Silo series?
Because of Wool, I would do 3.
I was going to
Yeah.
say 3 too, just because Wool was really good, and it is a unique premise. It's just he did nothing with it.
I mean, it doesn't seem like the easiest premise to really do it either. So, I mean, I can't write a book like that either. So, who am I to really sit here and judge? But yeah, I'd give it a 3. Wool was really interesting. It was very much worth the read.
Yes.
So yeah, 3 overall.
I would've been
I think we're all going with 3.
I would have been happy not reading the other 2.
Me too.
Like, if-
I would love
I
to
mean-
just wonder.
I haven't read any of the other books for the Dune series, and I'm still happy about it.
There's
I want to reread Dune before I go to the second book.
what's the guy's
For whatever
name,
reason.
the author for
Hugh Howey.
apparently
Howey.
there's another book that's called Sand.
Is it like a novella?
I just saw it. I was just looking for new books and I saw that.
Cool.
But who knows? We're going to who is this? We're going to The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. This
Looks
is not a
good.
series. It's a one-off. Read and go next.
I think it is a series. It's just the first one.
Oh, I mean, if
Yeah.
it's a series, if this is good as a series, I'm getting all of them. This.
I'm so excited.
Hopefully,
Some of them are expensive if they don't have them. If they don't sell them in store anymore, they're all on eBay for like
Well, none of them are released.
triple the
There's
price.
no stick to it.
Is it how one? Are you sure? Because Haley's copy looks old.
It's not. It's just wrapped like a library book. It came out, I think, last year. I was trying to see when it
Gotcha.
was published.
Yeah, it's
Google.
very, very recently.
Did you find anything about Electo?
No, I didn't. It was inconclusive.
I heard something about it on Goodreads.
That came out in September.
The rare times I log into it now.
All right. That's our
Cool.
opinion style series. Breed wool. Skip shift. Maybe read dust if you want to really know.
If you want closure, read Dust.
Yeah.
Just if you really want context clues, just referenced. Just go back and read shift in like reference points, and then just go back to dust.
Definitely.
Whenever you're reading shift, if it goes back to silo 1 and you don't care about what's going on in silo 1 at the beginning, just skip that. Go back to the old days.
Yeah, you
Or
can.
maybe
You
vice
can.
versa. Read what's going on in silo 1 and skip what's going back on before the bombs went off.
Yep.
All right, we're out. That's like, subscribe, all that BS.